Giving Up the Ghost podcast, and I'm just popping in real quickly to intro this week's episode, which will be part one of the St. James Museum ghost investigation with the Winnipeg Paranormal Group. October 15th, myself and our third wheel Jen had the opportunity to go out and see if we could find some ghosts. It was really a cool experience, a really good night. The Winnipeg Paranormal Group. Kudos to Ashley, Kelly, to Jess, Mel, and got to meet Scott for the first time. So it was a really cool night. We got to do our own investigation, try a few of their cool, fun gadgets. Yeah, so tonight's episode will be the first part, and that was when we were in Interpretive Center. I guess this is part of the museum where they keep all like the tools and everything industrial, like there's a carriage and such, and basically everything that the homesteaders would have needed back, at the turn of the century and stuff for farming. And there was that. There is the municipality office, which is also part of the museum. And I guess it was the first municipality of Assiniboia office back in, I guess, the early 1900s. And apparently it was like the first building, or should I say the last building, if you were to gaze out west on St. James. Go figure, right? And then, of course, the last building is the creme de la creme, which is the Brown House. And that was a homestead that was built, I believe, like 1855 or 1870. It was actually a house that was built in and lived in and used by the Brown family. And then at some point it was moved from Headingley into Winnipeg and used as a museum and recreated. And it does contain pretty much a lot of the artifacts that family had used. So it was a really cool night. Got to hear a lot of cool stuff we did EVP sessions. We tried to communicate with the spirits there. A little ghost girl spirit. I believe they said Sarah was her name. We didn't communicate with her, but others have done in the past. So we were trying to figure out that experience as well. A really cool fact about the main building, the municipality office, is that back in the day it was actually also the police station. So there is still to this day a jail in the basement, and essentially it's this tiny room, no bars, no cages, just basically a white room with a door, tiny. Like I don't know what they would do if they had like a bar brawl and they had to like put multiple people in there. Anyway, that was cool. A lot of people were getting some really weird feels in there. And so again, a huge thank you to Kelly and Ashley, Jess, Mel, and Scott. I definitely highly recommend, if you can, check out any of their ghost investigations that they have open to the public. That would be the perfect time to do so. You get to check out all their really cool gadgets that they have for communicating. Not the cheapest of gadgets either. So, and keeping in mind, everything they do is pretty much when they go to help people out and get answers as to what's going on in people's in their homes. They do not charge for this. So I mean, anything that they do when they put on these public ghost investigations, the money goes towards the actual museums, and it also helps their group for their expenses, like buying new instruments and everything to help them communicate with the other side. So a really wonderful experience. Again, October was a crazy busy month. We were out at a lot of places. I have like 20 hours of recordings to go through. Me and Cher still plan on getting together before Christmas, probably in about 2-3 weeks, recording a Krampus episode. We love Krampus. That's coming up. And so more of what we've been doing. St. James Museum. We were at the Lower Fort Garry Ghost Walk. Should be another episode coming up again of our wonderful time spent at Prairie Sky Books. Thanks to Ainsley and also to Cass. They were great for allowing us to come to their store for the day. So there's a lot more episodes coming up. And again, thank you to everybody who's reached out to us. We've met some really cool people and interacted with a lot of cool people. So definitely keep listening. Come back, listen to more episodes coming. And if you wish to get a hold of us, tell us your own story. Please do so at Givinguptheghostpodcast at gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook primarily. Please interact with us there. Thank you to our new followers on Facebook. I think we've had 40 more over the last month. We were in the Winnipeg Free Press back on October 28th for our podcast. That was cool. Thank you to Eva Wozni for a wonderful article. And yeah, so it's been a really great experience, great time. Please enjoy tonight's episode and remember to live every day like it is your last, but never give up the ghost.
So don't touch any of the artifacts, especially in the brown house over there. A lot of our furniture in there is very, very old and pretty fragile. So don't sit down on the furniture. We will have some chairs set up in there if you do need to sit down. So if you see a chair that looks really, really out of place, that one's probably okay to sit in. As well, just watch your step. These are old buildings. So especially in the basement in this building, there are some uneven sections that you can trip over, so just watch for that. As well, in the brown house, the floor upstairs hasn't been replaced since the 19th century, so a little bit uneven in places. Stairs are a little narrow, but yes, just watch your step. And basically that's it for museum rules. Just be careful with things. Be careful with things. Be careful with where you step. That's about it.
Thank you. Do you want to give a really brief history of the location?
All right. Yeah. So you'll be going to 3 different buildings tonight. This building here is the Municipal Hall. It was built for the rural municipality of Assiniboia in 1911. So they would have had their city council meetings up here. As well, you will be going to the basement of the building, which was used by the St. James Police Department through the 50s and 60s. So there is an old jail cell down there that you will be investigating tonight. Up the ramp outside, you may have seen we have our Interpretive Center. It was built for the museum in the 1970s and includes a bunch of various artifacts, basically settler life outside the home in the late 1800s, early 1900s. A lot of blacksmithing equipment that comes from John Taylor's farm, John Taylor being the namesake for John Taylor Collegiate, as well as farming implements from Ukrainian immigrants to Canada. And then the far building is the William Brown House. Not actually Brown, named for the man who built it, William Brown. First built in Headingley in 1856. That's when construction started. And then as he made more and more money, he added on more and more, so it was finished by 1890. And then in the 1970s, the whole structure was moved from Headingley to this spot when the museum opened. And then throughout the night, I'll be going a little bit further into detail in each of the buildings, but that's just a brief rundown for now.
Justin's also going to be walking around throughout the night, so if you have any questions if you have any questions about the building you're in, Justin is definitely the person to ask. We'll help as much as we can, but we definitely do not have the type of knowledge that Justin does. All right. So we're going to get into a little bit of some paranormal rules for you guys tonight. They're really simple. There's not many, but it's just to keep you safe and just to enjoy your evening. So the first thing I need you guys to understand is we need you to pay attention to how you feel. We trust our guts in this field. It's a huge part of what we do, so please make sure you're paying attention to how you feel. If you're upset, if you're dizzy, nauseous, whatever, let your team leader know, okay? And you're gonna step outside, get some fresh air, refresh yourself, and then join the group again. We wanna make sure that you guys are comfortable with what we're doing tonight, all right? Our group does not antagonize the spirits. There is some groups out there on TV that like to push buttons. We don't. We go into our investigations, all the buildings, with the utmost respect. We treat everything in here like it's our family members. And we ask that you guys do the same tonight. Okay? Like Justin said, watch your step. So we do have tools around, uneven floors. We do have some lights around to try and help you guys be guided around the locations, but still just be careful and watch what you're doing. There is a washroom on this top floor here. That is the only bathroom. So obviously if you gotta go, you gotta go, but please try and be respectful of the other groups that are investigating at the same time. You are gonna have short breaks in between your switches. So when you're going from building to building, if you can, try and use the washroom at that point, but we're adults, just be respectful of the other groups around you. Pictures and videos. Definitely take them tonight. Have fun. This is your night, your investigation. The only thing we ask is that if you have your flash on your camera, warn the people in your group. It's dark, that flash is going to be really, really bright, and then you're going to blind somebody. So just say something like flash or picture or something, just to warn your group that they can shield their eyes. We do offer smudging after the investigation. We highly recommend that everybody partakes in it. Obviously it's your choice, but it is something that we practice on investigations as well. This time I'm going to ask everybody, if you brought your phones, can you please take them out and either turn them off or put them on airplane mode. Most people choose airplane mode. The reason for that is your phones can affect some of our equipment. So we don't want you guys to get false readings tonight. Alright?
So airplane mode's better than...
Hardest ones that you're going to have all night tonight. So we ask that you guys do not whisper. So it's just human nature when the lights go off and it's dark, people want to whisper. It's very difficult to decipher between whispering and entities when we're going back over the evidence. So like I said, this is your night. Talk, laugh, enjoy your evening. Don't whisper. All right?
All right.
All right, so this time we're going to give you guys a little bit of protection for tonight to start us off. This is not going to stop anything from happening to you. If a ghost wants to poke you, it's still going to poke you. Okay? What it's going to do is going to help create a little bit of a barrier so that you have less chance of an attachment going home with you tonight, which none of us want. All right? So I'm going to ask everybody to stand up. All right. And you guys are going to close your eyes. And you're going to take a few slow, deep breaths in and out. I want you guys to start visualizing a nice, bright, warm light above your head. It feels very comforting and very warm. And it's going to slowly go over your head. It's going to wrap around your shoulders, over your body, giving you a big hug. Slowly going to go down over your legs, over your feet, and down deep, deep into the ground. You can take a few more slow, deep breaths. And you guys can open your eyes. So this white light is your protection for tonight. If at any point you're feeling overwhelmed, please call on your white light again. All right? If you need help with that, we can all help you out with that white light imagery, all right? Okay, so now we get to the fun stuff. I'm going to split you guys up into groups and send you off on your investigations with your team leaders. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call the name of the person who purchased the tickets. If you came with that person, then please join that group, all right? So our first group is going to be in the Interpretive Center with Scott. So we're going to have Armando, Melissa, Krista, and Giving Up the Ghost.
Have you ever been here before, Krista?
No, I haven't.
No, I haven't either.
It'll be interesting.
All right, you guys stand up, or sit down. So I'm Scott. I'm a paranormal medium for the group. I've been doing it since I was a little kid. Built up around funeral homes and seen spirits when I was a little kid. Not so much now, though. It's just basically right now I just do a lot of smudging and basically just sensing out people's homes and locations for the group. So I'm more of the spiritual guy. All right. The only tools I basically use when I go out is I love my K2. Everybody knows how to use that.
Yep.
You can see it probably on TV.
Can I bring mine out? Is that all right?
Yep.
Excellent.
Anything
Jen,
you guys got, go for
use
it.
this one?
I don't know what that is.
There you go.
The K2?
Yeah.
So basically, the K2, if I'm going into somebody's house, the first thing I'm going to use is the K2 in somebody's house to make sure that there's no electrical interference. A lot of people have like a like knob and tube wiring. You stick this in a microwave or something, you're going to have this go all the way up to the top here, which means there's just a lot of energy in there. So some people have dizzy spells in their house, and they might think it's like paranormal or something, but they might just have some kind of electrical interference in their house. It's always the first thing to look at, right? And also I use it just to basically communicate with spirit as well for yes and no answers. Yeah. Yeah. So I love this gadget. Yeah. I also use cat balls. Basically, all you have to do is get them to. Here we go. So you can see it's flashing. I'm going to have the lights out, so it's going to go dark in here. So basically, all you have to do is have to touch it, and it's going to start flashing. It takes about 10 seconds for it to go off. There we go. So any little movement, it'll start to move or start flashing. I think it was about a month ago. The thing flew across the floor in here.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was just going to ask you about that. If you've
Yeah.
ever seen it just kind of go.
Yeah, it went on its own, and then somebody went with it out the door. So it got scared. Yeah, so don't be alarmed. Right, it does happen. REM pods. Normally, yeah, everything's on here. So you just have to go near the REM pod. You don't have to touch it, and it'll go off. So any little bit of energy near it, it'll set it off for a noise. Normally, I'll use this on stairs in a house, going up and down stairs. So if I'm going down the stairs and if I know if something's following me, I'll put this right in the middle of the stairs. If it goes off, I know it. Or the camera will catch it as well. So normally we'll have a camera right onto the REM pod. That way we can watch it at the same time. I've had it come twice ever.
Okay.
So it's a pretty neat little gadget. And the other ones that I use, dowsing rods as well. Anybody see these before?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's good at them? Yeah. Okay. So everybody knows how to use them?
Yes.
Really, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. Okay. So I don't have to explain it then. That's good. And then pendulums. Got a whole bunch of them here. Everybody has their own personalized pendulum they brought with them.
I don't have one.
No? So everybody's welcome to use one. I can show you guys how to use them as well. Got quiet.
If that male is still with us, can you light up one of the lights?
Might have had a passerby.
Yeah. He went next door. If there's a spirit here with us, were you a farmer? If you were a farmer, can you light up one of the lights?
You guys let me know when you want to go lights on, and we'll do the pendulums and dowsing rods. And you can walk around with this as well. You guys
Yeah.
ready?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So everybody watch their eyes.
Yeah.
Okay. So pendulums. Everybody knows how to use them, or nobody? No. Okay. So how I use the pendulums is you want to hold it like this, which is basically just between your thumb and your finger and over your palm. That's how I hold it. First thing you got to do is you got to figure out what your yes and no answers are. So I'll just tell the pendulum, can you show me my yes answer, please? So as you can see, it's going to be counterclockwise. Thank you. Can you show me my yes answer? Or no, what did I say?
Yes.
Yeah, show me my no answer, please. What's my no answer? North, south. Thank you. So, just like the K2, you can ask questions with this as well. And a lot of times you'll get a lot better answers. So, we'll see if that male spirit's still here. Is the male spirit still here that communicated with us earlier? Can you give me an answer, please? So, of course, it can't be a no, right? Because he would say, you'd be lying.
Yeah.
So, he's not telling me yes, which means he's probably not here. So I bet you it was just a passerby. Just coming to check in. Is there any spirits here that like to talk to us? Yep. Thank you. So with that, there are spirits here. So now you just have to communicate with the spirit, start asking questions with it, right? So if everybody would like to grab a pendulum, you're welcome to. There's a whole bunch of them there. Yeah, whatever you like. Yeah.
I'll just hang it.
Sure.
If anybody wants to use a K2 in their hand and walk around, you're welcome to as well.
Sure.
I'd actually like to try the dosing rods.
You got it.
I think you'd be good at that.
Yeah?
I think so.
Have you used them before?
I haven't, which
Okay.
is why I'm very curious about them.
All right.
Is there one that has to be in the left or the right? Is either different?
You gonna try?
I'll hang out for a bit.
You're gonna stick with
I'm
K2?
going to stick with the K2, yes.
Pendulum?
Not brave yet.
I'm good right now. Thank you.
All right. Okay.
Yeah?
So you're gonna put your thumbs on top.
Oh, thumbs on
Yeah.
top.
So you're gonna hold it just like you would like all controls. Put the
Yeah.
thumbs on top,
Okay.
straight out front.
Yeah.
Arms not against your side, just nice and
Loose.
nice and loose. Yeah.
Okay.
And when you're ready, take your thumbs off and start asking questions. So then you basically want to know what your yes and no answers are.
Okay.
So you would say, what's my yes answer? Sometimes we'll cross, sometimes we'll that way. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing I did with the pendulum. Yeah.
Shaking counts as an answer.
It's my yes.
So you can also talk in your head as well and ask questions. You don't have to do it out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jen, we should walk around with that. I usually have good luck.
Just make sure your three last. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
So usually if there's an attachment to things, right?
Yeah.
And some things to pick up on it.
Left.
Look how big that is. Look how big, like for the smoke.
Yeah.
God, must have had some muscles for that. Well, this place is cool. I'd come back during the day too.
Yeah. So there is spirits here that want to talk to us.
That's some people.
Unless they pass through, like you said too.
Well, me and the guy sitting right next to me,
Yeah. Oh, you said got cold, right?
it felt like ice cold.
Really?
Yeah. I
All
said,
right.
did you just feel cold? He's like, yeah.
You can walk
See,
around
that's
with
why
it, put it in your hand.
that new one that I
Yeah.
bought, it'll pick up temperature for
Oh.
stuff like that, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any spirits here that were murdered?
He picked up the REM pod. It wasn't. It's just good timing when you ask that question. I could have sworn I heard somebody. Like, I don't know if this is. I don't think you can walk up here, but I thought I heard the ceiling kind of creak when I was sitting there.
I thought it was maybe it was wind or something, but there's
Maybe.
no window.
No. Look, and look at the carriage. Like, that's cool. That's in beautiful shape too.
Sally or something.
Well, it's just a roof.
Every investigation is like, yeah. Just jumps around.
No, that's where they whip.
Oh, yeah.
We're just trying to see if we can pick up anything with the K2.
Ah, yeah. Never know.
Never know.
It definitely is Sally.
It is.
It does, yeah.
Yeah. So it's been Sally the last little while. That comes back and forth through the house
that's
and through
cool.
here. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You're gonna.
And there was
you're
there
gonna
was a Sally?
That's
You
what they
don't
get
know?
next door at the other house, the little girl. Yeah.
Oh,
Child.
really?
Who we're getting.
Oh, that's sad.
Just jumps around.
Of course, that's what kids do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't sit still in the light board.
No, I wish.
Probably I'll take them outside for investigations because they used to use
See,
in the old days.
the
right,
women
to
would
find
need,
water.
or the men would need,
And
need
then,
the muscles for
find
the
out more
air.
graves.
The women would need muscles for the church.
Yeah, I don't use them on the inside. But you can use them if you want.
Mom is
Yeah.
with
I asked if the mother was with
Okay,
her.
nice.
She said yes.
That's good. You want to try one of those?
Is your father with you?
It goes
You
to
have a bunch
catapult.
of questions.
I just
It
have
should.
unusual
It should. That
questions.
ball should move.
It's not doing anything.
Yeah.
No.
Do you want to
See
do
if
it?
it goes off.
I'll do it.
Was As's
I just
father
got my
was
phone down.
Was your father saying you know
Should I shut this off?
We could, or just put it down on the table. Then.
Did the guy live next door? Did he have a daughter?
Is that just because you moved it, or?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
I think he did.
Because we asked if father was William Brown and saying yes.
Yeah, there's a child's room upstairs, right? So that's where they got Sally from, I think, last time. Yeah, and they got it on a voice of her too, on the
Wow.
last investigation, yeah.
Wow.
I think they said hello and she said hello back.
Oh my gosh.
Right, yeah.
Are usually children's spirits more stronger or
No.
no?
Like, we did do research on
No.
the Brown Museum.
This time, eh?
Like about 2.5, 3 years ago. I don't quite remember if we had information on the family,
Yeah.
like who died in the house or something.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you think it would rumble a bit, right?
Oh, right.
Can't tell. Yeah, I think it's going up.
It's going.
Yeah.
Is that because you stomped?
It could be, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that ball should move then. Thank you. Get back on the ground.
The spirit that's here, did you die in the house?
No.
Who knows, eh?
That's crazy. I don't know.
Did we determine if that would be a yes?
Maybe she doesn't want people in her.
I know you didn't ask her.
Do you know?
Wait,
Does your mom
I asked
want
her if
to
it died if the spirit died in the house. Oh,
Uh-oh.
it's funny, I can feel energy through
Okay,
it.
thank you.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
want us here?
Ask another question.
Oh my god.
Wow, I can actually feel it pulling on the string.
Really?
Yeah. I shouldn't say string, sorry, chain.
Under the age of 10.
You got a shock rolling, which is going to be a little bit more powerful.
Okay,
So it's good.
nice. Okay, Jen, ask a question.
Spirit that is here, did you die of natural causes?
No. Thank you. Yes.
I can feel the energy in it still.
Yeah.
Thank you. Stop.
Yeah, now it's just like, yes.
Like it's pulling, I can feel it pulling. Because I'm not really like in the
You're more of
chain.
a skeptic.
Because I'm not gripping the top
Observing,
of
yeah.
it. It's just my fingers are very loose. My fingers are very, very loose on it.
You always have to be a skeptic until you actually see the
Don't try.
truth. You know? Yeah.
Here.
Can I ask?
Okay. The spirit that is here,
Are you happy being here?
can you, I don't know, we'll say yes, no, right?
Yeah.
The spirit that is here, are you a male or a female? Well, I guess it's not. It's got to be yes or no. Sorry, I'm tired. The spirit that is here, are you a male? Can you feel anything in the chain? No? The spirit that is here, are you a child? Yes? Oh?
I'm answering too. I'll say yes.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Cool.
She says her mom doesn't want us here.
Oh,
But she does,
She
and then
does.
she said she doesn't like it here.
She doesn't like being here.
oh.
I don't like
Maybe
that.
she's stuck in the house somewhere.
This house is moving.
Yeah.
towards-
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Well,
Do you want to ask any more?
no.
No, you're good. You're good. Okay.
That's weird.
Did you get any luck?
No, a little bit. I could really feel the energy in the chain because I wasn't gripping. I was just like loosely, and I could feel like an energy pulling the
Yeah.
chain.
Yeah.
So,
That's good when that happens. It means all your chakras are open too.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. You
I
shouldn't.
don't
You shouldn't
know.
really have any problems. Like you should just have it going like a fan if you're actually just right through. Yeah. It's good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Does it mean anything if like the whole thing's like vibrating?
Yeah. So it means if it's just sitting there and it's just vibrating in your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. It means change.
Change?
Yeah. Take a different one.
Oh.
Yeah.
dang.
So it means that crystal or that stone is not right for you.
Oh, interesting. You know, and I had one in my purse and I took it out when I came tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's always good to know that if you're going to go actually buy one and you start picking them out, you don't want to go for the prettiest one. You want to take one that actually works for you. It could be the ugliest one ever, but it might work for you.
Will it always work for
so
you?
well, and then
You'll find the one that works for you and it'll choose you.
And it will always like
It'll
be that
always
way?
choose you, yes.
Okay.
But if you have one that just rebels like this, like that,
Yeah, like
no,
it was
it's not for
working
you.
before though. is
Interesting.
that-
then just all of a sudden it's
It stopped doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah, then I would put it back.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. This one here is rose quartz. So basically this one here, I got no problems with it because it's
Yeah.
just basically a pendulum of love.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did the divine
Yeah,
results work
I
for you?
think at home that.
I got the no one, I got the yes.
Yeah, you
Did
probably,
you? Yeah.
you have a rose
That's
quartz?
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's easy. It works for everybody usually. It's
Okay.
usually pretty
I
good.
had that
I don't know what
when I
you
went on a
got there.
tour at the
This
legislature,
one
like
right here.
maybe 10 years ago.
It
We did
was
that, and that
green
was
pine,
pretty
and
cool.
then all
Like,
of a sudden it just started
and it was
going
like
green.
bright
Oh, I got,
because all the
yeah,
lights were
clear
on.
quartz.
Like it was,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
open, right? And it
Yeah,
was
no,
just
I
like
know,
all
yeah.
over the
There's certain
place.
ones that won't read
Well,
it,
like
so.
Yeah.
the answer was yes when it crossed and stuff. So that was cool.
That's interesting.
Something's wobbling like crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard me say it before, but I have selenite wands at home.
Yeah.
And if I'm in the right mood,
Yeah.
I can actually feel them vibrating in my hands.
Do they warm too?
I never had temperature change,
No way.
but I can. But equally in
Yeah.
both hands, I can feel the same vibration.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And my
Yeah.
son can do it too, which is
Yeah.
kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But anyway, next time you come over,
Yeah,
let's see what you feel.
yeah.
My house is full of crystals and rocks and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my kids, they got them all over their rooms too and everything. And
Yeah, yeah.
Mostly amethyst all around the house.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So kids, we would go to the lake and stuff, they'll go in the water and everything, but me, look at those rocks.
I know.
Yeah, I love it, yeah.
You come back, your pockets
oh,
are
yeah. Oh, the
full.
wife's so mad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. She says, you're going to take a few homes. Come on. I was full.
How can you not? I know.
Like a kid.
I know.
Yeah. I love the rocks and stuff, so, yeah. Is there anybody here right now? Can you light up the lights, please? Sally? Are you still here? Did you go back next door? Can you light up the lights if you're still here? Sally? Back next door.
Can somebody make the cat ball move? I'd love to see that. Jen would be out of here.
You think so?
No, I wouldn't.
No, she's-
I guarantee one of you would run out of this room.
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is spooky.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
It was spooky.
I took Kelly and Ashley, I don't know if they mentioned there.
Yeah.
And they use that string with the lights.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh my God, it works.
Yeah.
It works beautifully.
Yeah.
Like it responded. Like it was just amazing. Yeah.
Is it the basement of the barn?
The whole place, the whole
Really?
property.
The whole place?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah. They have
gosh.
Shadow Man. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And then just a whole bunch of, like they have a little girl they've seen in the house.
I've heard about her, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And oh, something going off. Maybe it's the light. Flipped a little bit.
I'm surprised Justin never came in at all, did he?
He slipped in briefly.
He did, eh?
Yeah.
How many times have you investigated St. James Museum?
This one?
Yeah. Like the
Um,
property here, how many times?
Times. Probably 8, 9.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's. I think this is the only one we're doing this year. Last year we were doing.
Seven Oaks.
Yeah. Oh boy, that one. Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah. I've never been yet. So.
Yeah,
That one
one's.
was, that was a lot of activity.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard some crazy stuff.
Yeah. It's awesome there. I like
Yeah.
it.
That's a great place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just found out this week because I did do some research on it. 20 people died right on the grounds there, right?
No
From the
way.
Seven Oaks battle. Yeah.
That was like, wow.
Yeah. So not just necessarily stuff from the family that inhabited,
Yeah.
right? Like it's all around, you know?
Wow.
Yeah. That's why there's a lot of bad attitude at that Sobeys there on Riverbend. I think. No, seriously. Went in there with one time the negativity and people are just like, you go to the LC next door, everybody's like high, like jovial, they're happy because it's the LC. But and then the friend whose house we went to go investigate, like just to talk with her in West K, Teresa.
Yeah.
After we said to her, "Wow, what's up with the Sobeys up on Riverbend?" She goes, "Well, that's where the battle happened, like that whole area." And I said, "Wow, the negative. You could feel the negativity off people,
Yeah.
not just your normal Winnipegger stuff.
Yeah.
Not knocking Winnipeg. I'm just saying, right? Like it was just like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
the whole area.
Yeah.
Not to steal your thunder here, spirits.
All right, you guys ready to go to the next one?
Sure.
Usually
Sure.
Justin comes and gets us, but usually there's 2 of them, but Barry's sick. That's the other guy that's with him. He's got COVID. So,
Oh.
yeah, so Justin's by himself tonight, so we'll go outside there. Is anybody thirsty? Because I've got tons of water too.
Oh, yes. I would love
Yeah?
some water.
and go out and get some air.
That would probably be good.
Cool.
Well, thank you for letting us.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you.
for letting us visit.
Yeah. We appreciate your time. What little of it was.